Hello, Times Cryptic, let's go. Economical type, watch in pursuit of pub profit. This is bargain hunter. So a bargain hunter is an economical type. Watch is hunter. In pursuit of or after pub, bar, profit, gain. Dog, drinks and pants. Wow, what's this? Such a good start with the first clue, and you hope to follow it up. Reignited, temperature turned to carbon, old item. This is relic. Reignited is relit. Temperature T turned to carbon, C, gives relic, which is an old item. Cut out large, manoeuvre by figure skater. This is axle. To cut out is to axe. Large is L, the clothing abbreviation. That gives axle, which is a manoeuvre by a figure skater. Now, X must be helpful. Dog is boxer. Drinks are shorts, and boxer shorts are pants. Consequences surrounding item of legislation for way of working. I think this is practice. So, consequences are price. Surrounding item of legislation, act. That gives practice, which is a way of working. Who's quiet, working to pilfer? Wow. This looks like shop something. Let me leave that in for the while. Chamber group, tour finishing early, over. Nope. Just wondering if that's trio, the chamber group. 4 finishing early. Nope, not getting that. Irish, excluding middle third, supporting current measure, relating to frogs. Well, could this be amphibian? Don't know. Rise of an aroma, just beginning. I think this is nascent. Rise of is a reversal indicator for an, giving NA. Aroma is scent, that gives nascent, which means just beginning. Skill rising when probing revolting, part of plumbing. I think this is U-trap. So skill is art, rising is a reversal indicator. When probing revolting, and revolting in this sense is when, for example, the masses revolt against the rulers. So revolting is up. Up in arms, revolting in arms, and that gives U-trap, which is a plumbing part. Cloak, that's for chop. Nope. Historic swindle involving young, conservative baker. Nope. Possible chance, it over, line of mechanical products. Animal that jumps, requiring a lot of space. This is a roo. Roo is another word for a kangaroo, which is an animal that jumps. And a lot of space is a lot of the word room, which means space. Historic swindle involving young, conservative baker. Conservative could be CON, the abbreviation. Not getting that. Okay. Methodically search quantity of data stored on firm. This is comb. To comb is to methodically search. Quantity of data is MB for megabyte, stored on firm, on CO, which is short for company, which is a firm. Final section of NY prison sentence after being out of prison. No. Secure Northern European cosmetic treatment. Nope. That woman's following key, Dutch artist. This is Isha. That woman is her. Following key, well, ESC is the escape key on a keyboard. That gives Isha, who was a Dutch artist. Give new life to king, meeting bridge opponents and bridge partners. Well, it's going to be re-something. King is R, short for Rex, Latin for king. Meeting bridge opponents, well, bridge is the card game bridge, where the players are northwest, east and south. And east plays against north and south, so the third letter is... let me just put in renew. Because bridge opponents are east and north, and bridge partners are east and west. That gives renew, which is give new life to. Now, this P may be wrong. Observing the future, support, first conservative, leaving in a rush. Yeah, this is prophetic. So prophetic means observing the future, support is prop, and in a rush is hectic. And the first conservative is the first C in the word hectic, leaving. So hectic without the first C gives hetic, which gives prophetic, which is observing the future. Now this does look like trio, chamber group, tour, finishing early. Yeah, this is indeed a trio. So a trio is a chamber group, tour is trip, finishing early without its final P, and then over is O, the cricketing abbreviation. 13 across really looks like shoplifter. Let's see if I can justify it. Who's quiet working to pilfer? Well, the whole thing can be read as a definition, so this may be an and lit clue, in which we read the clue once for the definition and once for the wordplay. So, who's quiet? Quiet could be SH, the interjection for be quiet. Working, yeah, and then working is an anagram indicator for to pilfer. So SH plus an anagram of to pilfer gives shoplifter. Now, does that extra I help? Irish, excluding middle third, supporting current measure, relating to frogs. Well, amphibian still fits, but I've no idea how the wordplay works. I think I'll leave it in and come back and explain when I've got corroboration. There's no point looking for an explanation for an answer which is simply wrong. Historic swindle. And the whole thing, well, I'm looking for the definition, which is either historic swindle or baker. Historic could be the word past. Swindle could be con. Involving young conservative something something. Wow. I wonder if this is pastry cook. So historic is past. Swindle is rook. Involving young conservative, involving YC, the abbreviation for young conservative. That gives pastry cook, who is a baker. Fantastic. Does the C help? Possibly chance it over line of mechanical products. I think this is technical. So possibly is an anagram indicator for chance it. Above or over line, L, the abbreviation for line. That gives technical, which means of mechanical products. Cloak, that's for chop. Well, the second letter is a vowel. Cloak must be the definition. Pan, pen, pin, pon, pun. No. And I've already looked at that. Secure, northern, European, cosmetic treatment. Well, it must be nail something, because to secure is to nail. And cosmetic treatments can involve nails. So secure is northern. Secure is nail, rather. Northern European is Polish. Fantastic. That gives nail polish, which is cosmetic treatment. Criticise, demure article being presented in bright colour. I think criticise is rap, in which case the definition is presented in bright colour. Well, I'm not getting that. Evidence of poor penmanship. I especially note a good deal around end of book. End of book could be the letter K. So evidence of poor penmanship. Ink something? That would place a K at the beginning of 22 across. Craftspeople showing outraged reaction about accepting shortened time. No idea. Each swirl of nostalgia overlooking old Saxon kingdom. So I think this is East Anglia. Each is EA, an old word for each. And then I think swirl of is an anagram indicator for nostalgia, overlooking or missing out, O for old. So N, stalgia, that gives East Anglia, which is a Saxon kingdom. Support, anyone in difficulties at the outset. This is aid. To aid is to support, and at the outset instructs us to take the initial letter of the preceding word. So A for anyone, then I and D. Daughter, having reserve and humour, had worked with the risk intensely. Well, it's dice with something. Dice with death, perhaps? Let's see if that works. So daughter is D, the abbreviation, having reserve, having ice, and with humour. Is death humour? I don't think so. Yeah. So daughter is D, having reserve is ice, and humour and wit, and then had worked with the. Worked is an anagram indicator for had and the, which does give us dice with death, and the definition is risk intensely. Fantastic. Evidence of poor penmanship. Ink blot. Yeah, that works. I especially note is NB, nota bene. A good deal is a lot. Around end of book, around K. So that K is correct, but it didn't help. Criticise. Well, criticise is reprimand. Demure article being presented in bright colour. Yeah, demure is prim, article is an, one of the indefinite articles in grammar, in bright colour in red. Somewhat upset about, iodine in bone. No, somewhat often acts as a hidden indicator, but I'm not seeing it as a hidden clue. Now let me do my quick typo squiz. Practice with a C, not an S. Consequences, price, not prize. So I'm happy with that. Isha or Esha, I'm not sure of the pronunciation there. Oh, I need to go back to amphibian wordplay explanation. Let me do that right away to get that out of the way. So, Irish. Yeah, Irish is Hibernian, which is a 9-letter word. If we exclude the middle third, we're excluding ERN. That gives Hibian. Supporting current measure, well, an amp is a measure of electrical current. That gives amphibian, which means relating to frogs. So, now to focus on the remaining clues. Wow, and I haven't even looked at 26 across. Number 8 in cricket team in Somerset venue. Oh, no idea. Number 8. No, not getting that at all. Does the H help with 12 down? Final section of NY prison. Sentence. After being out of prison. I'm really not understanding how this clue works, as in where the definition is. No, but does the I help with 22 across? And now I can be confident that the K is correct. Craftspeople, showing outraged reaction about accepting shortened time. Shortened time could be just the letter T, or it could be a word for time like age without the last letter. But the definition is surely craftspeople. So second letter could be an N. Knitters, are they craftspeople? Knife men? Or a vowel, A, E, I, O, U. I feel this is an N. Let me come back to 23 down. Somewhat upset. About iodine in bone. Yes, phew. I was grinding to a halt, but have now got one. So, somewhat is a bit. Upset is a reversal indicator. About iodine, about I, the chemical symbol for iodine. That gives tibia, which is a bone. Now, B looks super helpful. Number 8 in cricket team. In Somerset venue. I don't know much about cricket, but I'm pretty sure there's no such thing as a number 8 player in cricket. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. This is Bath. So, a cricket team contains batsmen, and theoretically you could imagine numbering them bat A, bat B, bat C. And if you did that, then bat H would be number 8 because H is the 8th letter in the alphabet. And then Bath is simply a town or city in Somerset. Phew, that was a bit abstruse. Gosh, this wretched New York prison sentence clue. Nothing against New York. Final sentence. Ah, something stretch, surely. Let me leave that in and see if I can mop up 22 across. Knitters actually fit. Let me put it in and see if the wordplay supports it. So knitters could be craftspeople, because knitters knit things and knitting could be considered a craft. Showing outraged reaction about accepting shortened time. Wow, yeah, I've got this. So the outraged reaction is a stink, creating an outraged reaction. And then about is a reversal indicator. So stink reversed, accepting or including shortened time. Well, time is not age, it's term, and shortened does tell us to ignore the last letter. So it's term without M inside a reversal of stink gives knitters, which means craftspeople. So, everything looking good, everything explained, just 2 clues to go, 20 minutes down. Final section is the home stretch of New York. Well, I'm saying New York, but the clue says NY. I think that has to mean New York. Prison sentence. Yeah, maybe it's suggesting that stretch is an American term for a prison sentence. I feel that it's also a UK term. However, I think the clue is telling us that it's a US word for a prison sentence. After being out of prison, well, if you're out of prison, you're home. Cloak. Wow, a poncho is a cloak. That's for chop. Cloak. Oh yeah, wow, this is very clever. So if we consider the 4-letter word chop, that could be regarded as P on or after CHO. So P on CHO gives chop, and that's why the clue refers to chop ? That gives poncho, which is a cloak. So there we go. Every clue solved, every clue explained. No empty squares. Submit. Submit. Hope and pray. No errors. Phew. Gosh, I had a slight doubt there that I had intended to go back to a clue and hadn't done so, but I think I did go back to everything I was hoping to do. But what a super puzzle. Absolutely beautiful stuff from the Times. And there are a couple of really tricky clues there, and I'm thinking of poncho, that construction. Knitters was certainly jolly tough. And what else was there? There was bat H, that was really tough. Bat H and that type of clue is a sort of clue which can really hold you up for a long time, because you absolutely need the penny to drop in order to make progress, and your mind just has to work in the right way to crack the clue. But that's the challenge, and the delight of cryptic crosswords is that the setters are free within a certain degree of margin to come up with new ways to test the solvers. And of course the solver's job is to see through what the setters are doing and to solve the puzzle. But this was absolutely beautiful example of the art of crossword clue setting. There were lots of delightful clues there. Pastry cook, I think, was also particularly good, and shoplifter. In fact, I think this is just an excellent example of the Times crossword overall. And I think the snitch for this puzzle, probably quite challenging, I would suggest in the 80s or 90s. Now, I've just hit 4,000 subscribers on the channel, and I'm sure that's partly due to people who enjoy the crossword content subscribing. So thank you very much for subscribing. If you have any ideas as to how to mark the occasion of 4,000 subscribers from a crosswording point of view, do leave a comment in the section. Do leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you're not a subscriber and you enjoy this content, please do consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.